Big House is heartbroken to share we received a cease and desist from Nintendo of America to cancel our upcoming online event. We were informed we do not have permission to host or broadcast the event, primarily due to the usage of Slippy. Sadly, all of our competitions are affected. We are forced to comply with the order and cancel the Big House online for both Melee and Ultimate. Refund information will be sent shortly. We apologize to all those impacted. So, a couple problems with this, right? And I probably should have wrote up a script, dude, so I don't chip over my own words. But basically, one big problem is Melee's right. It has no native online. Really fucking right? Nothing you can do about this. If the big boys upstairs say we don't want you to play our shit, you have to comply, right? Now, for those of you who are like, well, in 2013, you know, fucking the whole evil situation, right? Well, that was a little different. They donated however much money for charity, right? They had more leverage. They had more leverage in 2013, right? Like, how bad would that look press-wise? And well, I guess it did look bad, right? They fucking turned over the decision. In the eyes of the press and everybody, it's like, how are you gonna not allow them to, you know, use your entity when they raise this much money for charity, right? Like, who does that? The case was a little bit different in 2013, right? And there's no such leverage anymore. You can't hang that over Nintendo's head because they didn't raise any money for charity or whatever. They're using Slippy, a gray area. Nintendo's staying with this. Nintendo appreciates the love and dedication the fighting game community has for the Super Smash Bros. Series. We have partnered with numerous Smash Bros. Tournaments in the past and have hosted our own online and offline for the game, and we plan to continue the sport in the future. Unfortunately, the upcoming Big House tournament announced plans to host an online tournament for Melee that requires use of an illegally copied version of the game in conjunction with a mod called Slippy. During their online event, Nintendo therefore contacted the TO to ask them to stop. They refused, leaving Nintendo no choice but to step in to protect its intellectual property and brands. Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its... Okay, so this is just a fucking meme response, right? They would have been better. I'll get to this in a second, but they would have been better off not saying shit than putting a response out. Nintendo looks bad already. Now they look worse. All right, so let's get back to this real quick. So, like I was saying, right? It's a gray area using Slippy. Big no leverage over them, right? What can you do? Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing you can do. You can't take them to court or whatever. It's all their property, right? Now the issue rises, like, now that one company put their foot down, right? What's gonna happen with, like, let's say Dragon Ball, for example? They stopped the Summit of Power, right? I'm doing another one, whatever. You know, Bandai's already iffy, right? When it comes to, like, other big brands running a tournament in their name. So if Nintendo puts their foot down, what's gonna stop other companies from following suit, right? That's the scary part. Okay, now with whole Twitch rivals and Marvel, Capcom more than likely had to give it the green light, right? I would only assume, when you're gonna use it on a platform like Twitch, an official sponsor for the game or whatever. So that's probably not gonna be the case for any Marvel tournaments. Hopefully not. You know, hopefully, you know, I think Capcom would know better. But let's bring it back to Bandai, right? Bandai's already stopped one event, right? Interfered. What's to stop them from doing it again, right? No one knows. Yeah, Capcom probably doesn't care at this point. Bandai, a little iffy, right? They put their foot down once, you know. Maybe there could have been an opportunity like this that they were waiting for to put their foot down again. Who knows? Maybe next week, next level won't be a thing anymore, right? Maybe bums tournaments won't be a thing anymore, you know? Only time will tell. Hopefully that's not the case, because that'll be huge. That'll be devastating, right? To keeping the interest of the game alive. Like, if no more tournaments for Melee happen because of this issue, it's going to impact the community. Because it's all they have. It's literally all they have. They don't even have awful netcode, native netcode, right? That they could use to play regularly. You know? Fucking, I mean, I guess you could have Slippy offline, right? Without streaming it or whatever. But I don't think they'd go to that extreme where they actually go to people's streams individually and tell them they can't rent it on Slippy. But the point is, the entertainment will no longer be there, right? You know, the Big House smoke, right? pound is gonna be smoked, right? Whatever big tournament you can think of, you know, the summit, right? Smoked. Nintendo wants to interfere, which more than likely they will. If they did it once, why won't they do it again? The messed up part is that people seem to miss as well is nobody can really do anything. Nintendo owns the game. They can do all the community can hope for is backlash to be so strong that Nintendo's like, oh damn, all right, let's not do it. But like I said, they don't have, the community doesn't have the same leverage this time around. In 2013, they raised all this money for charity, right? So in the eyes of the public, you would look like the biggest dog shit in the world if you don't let this event run after they raise this amount of money for charity, right? That's no longer on the table. You can no longer use that as leverage. Yo, my man slapped. Yo, thanks for the year, homie. I don't think it'll be. Well, it depends what game you play, G-Money. The only one I'm really worried about is Dragon Ball. I don't think any other company really cares as much. But who knows, right? Who knows? It's 2020. It's the worst year so far. Cloud the new Sajam. Look, Sajam can't do this, bro. So somebody had to take his place. Now, I talk about these issues sometimes. Not too often, but I talk about the issues sometimes. It helps to keep people informed, man. But yeah, so this could be a domino effect. Like I said, next week, Bandai could put their foot down and be like, yo, next level, you bum, you know, give me my money, or you can't run it anymore. And you either go big or go home. Sucks. State of the society we live in. Companies are so out of touch, dude. They just don't get it. They said that Slippy is an illegal mod. I mean, like I said, I'll get to that right now, but I just want to get the statement across that this is bad. It's our domino effect, right? Like I said earlier, some companies don't care, but the biggest concern would be Bandai because they've done something like this before, right? What's to stop them from doing it again, especially when they see Daddy Nintendo putting their foot down? Well, let's see if they keep their foot down, right? I highly doubt Nintendo will revert the decision made. Nintendo doesn't care. They're not making guap from it, dude. Doesn't impact their wallets. They don't care if they take a PR hit. It's Nintendo. People are still gonna buy their stuff. People are still gonna buy their consoles, right? This is such a small portion of... This is just a small drop in the bucket for Nintendo. This is gonna happen. You know, the Smash community will be pissed. But at the end of the day, this isn't really going to impact their wallet. They went for a big event to get their point across. You think they targeted Big House just because? No, man. They went for a huge event to get their point across. And basically, this is basically a warning, right, to other events. Maybe the little ones will squeak by, right? Maybe your small little local whatever once a week, you know, will get by. But the big stuff, nah. Yeah, I'm go. What was Leffen's reaction? I don't know. I saw a couple reactions. Right? They gained a whole free melee hashtag going on. Well, here's the thing, but they're not making any money from melee anymore. They're not selling copies of the game. They're not selling copies of... Okay, let me rephrase that. They're not selling their own copies of melee. They're not selling their own GameCubes, right? The only thing they're really getting money is GameCube controls. Pretty much it. So if they're like, no money, no care, you know, and if they want to resolve that issue, they could make an HD remake of the game, right? Keep it the same, polish it up a little bit, port it to the Switch, you know. It's not gonna happen though. They stopped producing them though. That's the messed up part. That's the shitty thing about it. Well, I mean, the point of that, Bob, would be that get the game its own online, right? And actually have good online, have a good infrastructure, right? But this is Nintendo. The last thing on their priority list is netcode. So you're not going to see good netcode from them anytime soon. If ever, right? Like, we complain about Dragon Ball netcode, Marvel netcode, whatever. But man... We don't have to put up with the netcode that the Smash Ultimate players do. That's abysmal. If you've ever played Smash Ultimate online, it doesn't matter if you're playing your buddy who's in the bathroom, right, on his setup, hanging out 2 feet away from you. You're gonna have a worse connection than I would playing somebody with a decent connection up in Northern California in Dragon Ball. That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. Their infrastructure is awful. Just look at it this way. If they remade the game, kept it the same, just polished it, put it on the Switch Dolphin 365, right? Whatever the hell the next console is gonna be called. Like, how many consoles would have to be purchased from tournament organizers? Think how many people would just buy the console, right? Think about how many people would buy the game. Think how many more GameCube controls would sell, right? If port it over, HD remake, whatever, and good infrastructure online. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do it. They don't care. The only reason it got reverted in 2013 was of the backlash, but they're not gonna get. They're getting backlash this time, but it's not gonna make, you know, MSN, NBC, whatever. There's not gonna be a $80,000 donation to charity behind it. So it sucks. It really sucks for them. You know, there's nothing they can do. There's not much the community can do, right? You know, a few, I don't know. Let's say there's like 100,000 people pissed at this, right? 100,000 people legitimately pissed and never buy anything from Nintendo again, ever. Hypothetical, right? Situation. That literally does nothing to Nintendo's pocket. That's money they wipe their ass with. You think they're scared of money they wipe their ass with? No. They'll be like, whatever. That's nothing. I'm making too much sense for business. I should be one, right? What reason would they even have to make a limited edition where the GameCube nowadays when the Wii exists and can use GameCube controllers? Well, I'm not saying make a limited edition, whatever. Somebody said they made one and resold it. I was like, alright, cool. I'm saying on the next new console, do an HD remake, keep the game the same, right? Polish it up, port it over, whatever. Good netcode. Boom, done. Everyone's happy. Everyone wins. You make $1 gazillion, people spend $1 gazillion on it, but they're not gonna do it. Exactly, Dominic. They're gonna gain more customers to replace those that they lost. It's not a big deal for them, right? Yeah, $1 gazillion. Alright, well, okay, let's go back to Nintendo's statement, right? Nintendo appreciates the love and dedication the fighting game community has for the Super Smash Bros. Cap. That's cap. That's hella cap. If they appreciated the dedication, they would have made the remake. They would have good infrastructure, netcode, right? They would allow people to play it legitimately, you know? It's not the case. That is hella cap. My man who wrote this, he's like, damn, I'm gonna get all the shit for this, and I even do nothing. He's like, it's all gonna come back to me, and I didn't even do nothing. You're right, don't shoot the messenger. You know, the person who had to write this up, dude, is probably like some, you know, some newly employed, right? Maybe he's been there for a year or two. Doesn't get paid enough for people to put him on the hit list, right? Can't blame the guy who wrote this, dude. Don't shoot the messenger. Probably Rambler. Yeah, you can't get at the person who wrote this up, right? You gotta get mad at the big exec figureheads, you know. Everyone else, you know, no matter what they said, they wouldn't care, right? So you can't shoot the messengers. Why am I trying to kill Melee? I'm not, dude. I entered Melee at Evo. I went like 2-2, 3-2, some shit like that. Anyways, we have partnered with numerous Smash Bros. Tournaments in the past and have hosted our own online and offline tournaments for the game, and we plan to continue that support in the future. That's like the sugar coating on it. That sentence right there is damage control, right? It's like, hey, look, we ruined everything for you guys, right? No more fun allowed. But remember those good times we had? Remember that one tournament I ran after 15 years? You remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It's like, what? How disconnected, how out of touch could you be to think putting this sugar-coated sentence? We have partnered with numerous Smash Bros. Tournaments in the past and hosted our own online and offline for the game. How could you think this could possibly excuse you from what you just did? I bet Cal remembers. Did I come at a bad time? No, you came at a good time, dude. Sub Virginity is finally gone. Yo, my man. 3 months in advance? Oh, shit. Wait. Hold on. Wait, no, wrong one. My man with the 3 months in advance. I missed that part, yo. My man Echo, thank you. We shoot Cloud 805 Look Pro. I'm the messenger for you guys right now. Anyways, let's continue. We plan to continue support in the future. Unfortunately, the upcoming Big House tournament announced plans to host an online tournament for Smash Bros. Melee that requires use of illegally copied versions of the game in conjunction with a mod called Slippy during their online event. None of this would have ever happened. Which this brings it back to what I said earlier. If they remade the game on a good console, a good netcode, right? But that's not gonna happen. You know, they threw that shit in there. Like, too bad, so sad. Cry about it. Smallest violin, whatever. Nintendo therefore contacted the TO to ask them to stop. They refused, leaving Nintendo no choice but to step in to protect its intellectual property and brands. Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its intellectual property. I don't get it. Like, okay, sure, some companies want to protect their brand or whatever, right? But this has been going on for almost 2 decades, right? Events, tournaments, competitive play, whatever. Why all of a sudden now, besides the 2013 fiasco, do you come in and say no? Stop. At what point did they think, okay, let's do it again? This is what I imagine that meeting went like, right? Let me grab a beanie. Hold on, let me grab a beanie real quick. All right, guys. Okay, this is how I imagine the fucking meeting went. All right, listen, bear with me for a second. So, all the execs come in, right? Let's say there's fucking 5 of them, right? They make the big decisions or whatever. Fucking come in, they're like, hey man, how you doing? What's up, bro? Yo, you good, dude? All right, what are we doing today? Let's fuck up a game series, right? Which one? I don't know, dude. Put names in the hat. What do you got? You. All right, put it in the hat. All right, what do you got? Legend of Zelda. All right, good. That's a good one. You? What do you got? What do you got? Pokemon. What the fuck? Why Pokemon? Fuck, I put it in the beanie. All right, next person. You. What do you got? Why would you do something bold? Well, fuck it. Put it in the hat. And finally, you. What do you got? New guy. The game's like fucking 2 decades old. Fuck it. Put it in that shit. All right. And then they grab the intern, right? They grab the intern that has to make a statement like this to whatever they decide to shit on, right? Like, all right, great. Fucking spin the hat, right? Spin the hat, whatever, you know. It's like, all right, what you get, dude? Like, oh shit, let's fucking go. Round fucking 2. Round fucking 2. This is how I imagine they made the decision, dude. They put all these games in a hat, and they're like, what do we shit on this day? And they pulled Melee out of the hat, dude. Random. Something so controversial, yet so bold. This is how they came to this decision. It's how I imagine these meetings go, because it doesn't make any fucking sense for them to do something like this. Free advertisement, right? You get people to like Melee. They're like, shit, let me go buy Ultimate. Then they realize they hate Ultimate, but they spent the money, right? Or they love the game, and then they buy all the DLC. But once that money is spent, it's theirs to keep. Only Pokemon games that get good hype are the remakes now. Yeah, Nintendo is the capstar, dude. So yeah, this statement was... I don't know why they put this statement out. There was no reason for this. This is actually just shitting on you while you're down. They kicked you, they beat you up, right? They stole your wallet, and now they're taking your girlfriend or your boyfriend from you. Yeah, it's in line, right? If someone were to do this, it'd be Nintendo. But man, old ways die hard, man. I don't get it. What's the issue? You know, it's free advertisement for a multi-million. How much is Nintendo worth right now, dude? 8.3 billion USD. So Nintendo's worth 8.3 goddamn billion American dollar roonies, right? They've probably never been better. But this one little itty bitty minuscule pimple on their ass community and fucking, I guess, illegal mod, right? It's causing them all this distress. You don't get to $8 billion sharing it. Okay, understandable, Jake, right? But here's the thing. They're already at the $8 billion. How is a 20-year-old game going to ruin them? This isn't some big scandal. This isn't, you know, something that will make or break the company. This is just nerds having fun. I don't get it. And if it's such an issue for them, why don't they actually remake the game and add good online? If it's enough of an issue for them to go this far out of their way, why don't they just make their own? They'll play against pirated or we're gonna get you. I mean, that brings up the other issue, right? They're not making new copies of the game, so the game's hard to come by. How much is fucking a copy of Melee right now, dude? How much does it cost to buy a copy from somebody? It's like $100 to buy a copy of a Melee, dude. Fuck that. For a 2-decade-old game, $110? Miss me with that shit. Yeah, miss me with that shit, dude. I'm not gonna pay $110.